though Persephone was not very happy with me, like, at all. Like during there, she was the one who was like, "You can't be serious." So I'm a little afraid of her already. When to become one of your favorites? Oh, I love the sassy energy too of Oracle. Of course, Persephone would be in a place called Underworld. That should not surprise me whatsoever. Not whatsoever. Of course, it makes so much sense. It's a freaking bar. It's a freaking bar. Of course it is.
Welcome to the underworld.
Wow. How have I never heard of this place?
Persephone keeps it a secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every night. Don't ask me how.
That's pretty cool.
Idols
Using
can
your
be
PFP.
themselves, even if they don't look human.
That's your kind
Do you
of place.
come here often?
Oh, no. Persephone and I aren't friends.
I was gonna say the
Is she
skull
friends with
design
anyone?
is
Except Calliope, apparently.
a really
If we're
cool
to find
design. With the
Persephone and all
skulls.
this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
I'll be persuasive.
I'll figure something out. I can be persuasive when I want to be.
I'm aware. I'm just not sure even you could sweet talk Persephone.
Is that a challenge?
That's the truth. If Persephone really was friends with Calliope, talking to you might be the last thing she wants. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
Yeah, no, this whole voice acting, who the people that they got on here are like top tier voice actors. I am like, oh wait, Eros is in here too. Hello. Oh no, there's a lot of people I can talk to here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, I got to start with Apollo, and we'll just go around from there. Might as well talk to everybody if we can.
I thought this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left instructions to thwart me. Every staff member I approach screams and runs off. I hope your search has been more successful.
This isn't your kind of place, right?
You don't come here often, I'm guessing?
Never. I'm sure Persephone only sent the membership as a formality. I doubt she thought I'd ever use it.
Don't you ever have fun? No drinking or dancing in Apollo land?
Once. When I had the muses to keep me company.
Oh, it's so sad all the time. I'll keep you company, big boy.
I'm a muse now.
I mean, what?
I can keep you company.
Nothing would make me happier. But you do have a predicament to solve first.
What can you tell me about Persephone?
It might help if I knew more about Persephone.
It couldn't hurt. What would you like to know, exactly?
What's your story?
What's Persephone's story? Her name rings a bell, but I don't...
No doubt you've heard the tale of how Hades, lord of the underworld, kidnapped a young sweet goddess and made her his wife.
That sweet young goddess was Persephone.
Mm-hmm. Her mother, Demeter, was so enraged she blanketed the world in ice, rendering it barren and infertile. Zeus was forced to act. He decreed that Persephone would be shared between Demeter and Hades, and thus the matter was resolved.
It's
Well, you
so
asked.
cool
That's her story, as the moral
to have
story.
like a game that is so based around the Greek mythology that I like studied in high school and college. That is just, oh, I like this. I like this. Even if it is like, you know, a little bit different from the actual like stories from here, it's still cool with the small twists that they put in everywhere. How much of the story is true though?
So tell me, how much of Persephone's legend is true?
Well, let's see. Hades did kidnap Persephone. That certainly did happen. The idols almost went to war over it until Zeus intervened and ordered Hades and Persephone to wed. That quieted things. At least
Oh,
until
shit.
Persephone killed Hades.
Oh man. Okay. She killed Hades?
Whoa.
Excuse me?
As I understand it, Hades was
Oh.
not kind to her. I'd like to say we handled it well. That Zeus and the idols were mindful
Well,
of
that's a
what
little
Persephone had
different.
been through, but that would be a lie. Persephone was punished for the murder, the underworld taken from her, and we all stood by and let it happen. She has never forgiven us, and honestly, I can't blame her.
But the idols have changed since then, right?
Have the idols changed much, you think, since those days?
Well, you know the saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
I would feel very weird rating to someone much bigger than me and much more famous than me, so I don't know. I don't know about that, Mala. She murdered an idol.
Wait, Persephone killed another idol.
Oh, long time ago, yeah.
What about all of Athena's rules? Wouldn't Persephone have been, I don't know.
Executed? The murder of Hades is probably why we now have that rule. Back then, we heard Persephone had usurped Hades' throne, but we couldn't believe it. It just wasn't done. Now, of course, I look back and think we should have seen it coming. Oh, the benefit of hindsight.
Why didn't you see it coming? You're the god of prophecy.
When I look, I learned long ago not to.
God, he's so sad, like all the time. I know it's not that bad, but I always like bigger streamers. Always, I'm intimidated by it. That's all. And I don't know how long I'm gonna go. It kind of depends on how I'm feeling. I normally base it off of my tiredness level. I have done streams that have been 8 hours long without realizing, and I've done others where I've been tired after 3. It really just depends. We'll see. I'm really invested into this though, so we'll see how long I go. What did she do next?
So what happened to Persephone after...
The murder? She survived, like the rest of us. She got older, and when we came to the New World, I think she would have left us if it was allowed. It isn't, so instead she did as she pleased. She started a cult, became a crime boss.
Oh man, oof.
Oh, what?
It was after her last transition, but honestly, I have no insight into anything Persephone does these days.
So she's...
I'll get going. I still need to find
Sounds like
Persephone.
she's a wild bomb at
I'll
this
keep
point.
trying as well.
Alright, what about Apollo or Eros then? I haven't really actually seen Eros yet, so...
Oh, hey. You're the new muse, aren't you?
I know that voice.
I guess I am, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Aphrodite mentioned it.
Who is
Glad
that?
to see you here, though.
I know that voice.
Excuse the manners. Name's Eros, god of sex.
Oh, hi there. Whoops. How do you know Aphrodite?
You know Aphrodite, right? I only met her the once.
Sure, she's my mother. You know how it is.
How would I know? New here, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking. But you hear a
That's
lot
why I
of
recognize him.
idols
Thank you,
talk about
Zach.
each other like that. You know, mother, brother, sister, grandfather. None of us are actually related. We just played a family for so many centuries. It may as well be true.
Aphrodite is your mother,
So
though?
Aphrodite is your mother, but not really.
That's right. A long time ago, she took care of me when I needed taking care of. The mortals, they just assumed. These days, well, it's not like that anymore. We're not as invulnerable as we used to be. Least of all, Aphrodite.
Also there's a god of sex. Interesting.
Wait, did you say that you're the god of sex?
Desire, really. Sensuality. Attraction. Why? Were you expecting a chubby little flying baby with a bow and arrow?
I mean,
I
technically.
wasn't.
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. But all those stupid stories.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
no. Poor guy.
Why? It's not your fault. Just another grudge I get to carry around forever.
What are you doing here, though?
The god of sex at a club. Looking for someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see.
There are a lot of sad gods.
See what happened?
So many.
Look out there. See all these people. The hope, the anticipation, the connections, they bounce off each other. To me, it's like lightning.
You enjoy that?
You enjoy that?
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well. People should find true love the hard way, or value it more.
I feel really bad for Eros. Jeez. It's like so many sad boy times here. These are just to be basically really advanced humans. Yes, I
You
agree.
seem a little distracted. Is everything okay?
Being immortal is sad.
Of course it is. Sure. Not obvious, huh? Truth is, I don't come here that often. No, it's hard to get away. I just want...
Oh, I want to know more
No,
about you
never
now.
mind.
I mean, I don't want to pry, but you can tell me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
You didn't. You're the one with your life on the line. Next to that, my problems are nothing.
When Carl Urban played Eros in the Hercules live... Oh my god, I forgot about the Hercules live action. Jesus.
Here's the thing. I'm looking for Persephone, but I can't find her anywhere.
Well, I know where she is, but I question whether she'd be happy to see you. Ugh, I like you, but Mother told me what happened at the chorus. I don't want to cause trouble with Persephone.
I mean, I don't blame you.
I don't know Persephone well, but considering what I do know, I don't blame you.
I know it's lousy, and I'm sorry. I hope I can make it up to you someday.
I'm sure you'll be able to at some point, Eros. It's
I'll
fine.
see you around.
Count on it.
I like him though. God, I hate that I like everybody here. Hermes. Hi, Hermes. We were able to romance gods. You're calling it now? Maybe.
Whoa, you're here. I mean, you gotta be somewhere, but you're here.
Hello, Hermes.
Sorry about running off on you back at the thing. Didn't really have a choice, but sorry anyway.
Oh my gosh, the Hercules and Athena movie. Oh, that was, or Xena. Why did I say Athena? My God, I meant Xena. That was a time and a half, like having those two together. Jesus. So, what is your story?
You're not much like the other idols, are you?
No? I haven't been an idol very long. Maybe like a year? I've lost track. So, I'm not the one to ask about the idol stuff. It's all cool, but mostly I do whatever Athena asks. Athena says, one day I'll sit on the chorus. That'll be sick. Can you imagine me in charge?
Oh my gosh. Still sing We're the Titans every once in a while. I don't blame you. How can you not? So, it is a very catchy song. I mean, why not?
Why not? Maybe you can shake some dust off the other idols.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of dust.
I like Hermes.
You're
I
right
like
about that.
everybody. Shit.
I don't think Athena would let me clean anything anyway. She won't even let me touch her spear.
Don't you know she
When
died?
Calliope died, you were right there. Within moments. How did you know?
I told you. I got word, so I came.
But how did you get word?
Look, when an idol dies, I have to be there. So I just know. It's a Hermes thing.
But
But
why?
why do you need to be there?
To take them where they need to go.
To take who? Calliope?
Kinda? Look, it's between the old Hermes and me, and between me and the next Hermes. That's all I can
The
say.
Secrets of Hermes. Erica is so fun. How did you become an idol?
You've only been an idol for a year? How did that happen?
Probably same way it did with you.
Oh, the old Hermes died in your arms and then they accused you of his
What
murder?
else did Erica
No.
play?
Well, yes. I mean, no, not like that. But yeah. I was there when he died.
Oh, hi,
We were
Liam.
friends, and I was having trouble at home, and he helped me out. I miss him.
This is very bad without like actual code names or anything, but like if you're at a bar that's literally called the Underworld, you're probably thinking, oh, people just want to get into character a little bit more. So probably, oh, a bunch of people come in here claiming that they're just the gods. It makes sense. I guess we'll just let them go with it. They're all drunk bastards anyway, or probably something like that. So I can kind of see how they might be able to get away with that. So, how did he die?
Can I ask how he died?
He didn't want to be here anymore.
You mean...
I'd rather not talk about it. I'm him now. It's all good.
Valkyrie and Apex Legends are... Okay. Thank you, Zach. They're on Dropout a lot, too. Alright, what do you know about the murder?
This is probably a stupid question, but... Do you know who might have killed Calliope?
Ugh, why would I know anything about that?
When you came to the apartment, it seemed like you knew her.
Oh no, I only met her once. She didn't live with the rest of the idols or hang out with us very much. She seemed nice though. Angry, maybe. But I don't know who'd want to hurt her.
Hylian, it sounds like it is Laura Bailey. That's why. There's a lot of very famous voice actors in this game, Hylian. She didn't like the other idols?
It sounds as if she didn't much like the idols.
It was more like how you can't stand your family sometimes, even if you still love them.
Okay.
Do you know if Persephone is here? I need to talk to her.
Oh, you're serious.
Yes, I
Why
am.
would you want to talk to Persephone? Nobody ever wants that. One time, I laughed too loud near her, and she threatened to ban me from the club. I don't want to be banned. I like it here.
Jeez. Is she that
Is
bad?
Persephone really that bad? Why do the idols put up with her?
We're like family, and Persephone is that really mean aunt that nobody wants to invite. Don't tell her I said that. She keeps a list. It's a thing.
Persephone with a list.
Okay,
That
okay,
doesn't
forgot I
surprise me
asked.
either.
Man, just the thought of talking to Persephone gives me goosebumps. Blech.
Alright then. Insert
I'll see
J.
you around.
Jonah Jameson meme.
If you die, then for sure. But, don't die.
I mean, considering you're the one who's probably gonna edit this, Mala, boom, you got it. Alright, Pan. Nice to see you again. What can you tell me about things?
As I live and breathe, if it isn't our dear muse.
Hi, Pan.
Tell me, have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and revelry?
Instead of play the badass Grace in the next playthrough, I know I'm like tempted at this point. Thanks for the address, by the
I
way.
should thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me. Remember, how you managed to stir the sun god from his oh so tiresome gloom, I cannot imagine. Nicely done.
I do like him.
I like him. It took some convincing, but at least he's helping me without asking anything in return.
Truly, how do you function with such naivete?
Do you know something I don't?
Yes. I'm sorry, was that in question?
Oh my god, Pan. Jesus, what are you doing
I'm
here?
guessing it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to thrilling music and meet delicious people. My tastes are simple.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of simple tastes, my glass is empty again. The service here is
Oh
appalling.
god, I hate that I actually like Pan. Ew. Do you come to the club often?
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that? dear Grace.
There's just something about that kind of personality that like
horns,
vibes with me.
You. Do you know Persephone well?
There is no knowing Persephone well. She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
How can I trust you?
The things you say, the things you don't say. You don't make yourself seem trustworthy. You know that?
Trust is for the weak and the penniless.
Still not helping.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some sort of scoundrel?
Considering you're a trickster god, yes. Seems so.
It's more that I'm stating it outright.
I can't flirt anymore with anybody besides
Rejected
Apollo, so
twice in a
cries.
row. How will I ever recover from such insult, I ask you?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what to tell you, Grace. Even an idol needs to get by.
Can't flirt with anyone besides Apollo. Can't flirt with anyone besides Apollo, even though I totally flirt with Pan.
You must know why I'm here, right?
Let me guess. You seek our sweet-natured proprietress.
Can you help me find her?
Earlier I wasn't good enough, but now, I see how it is. By all means, I'd love to tell Persephone that the source of her rage has intruded on her domain.
You're just supposed to romance Apollo. I know. What if I asked
What if
nicely?
I asked you really nicely and batted my eyelashes like so?
Oh my god.
Oh no, not my one true weakness.
I could also flatter you, tell you how shiny
Oh
your
my
horns
god.
are.
I love this variation.
All right. Never let it be said that flattery gets one nowhere. Let me know when you're ready and I'll take you to Persephone.
So since you have like
I really appreciate it.
different
Do keep that
traits,
in mind after you've spoken to
does
her.
that mean that one of the three would have led you differently to Persephone, depending on which one of your traits was? Because I had the charming one, I was able to do Pan, but maybe Eros and Hermes opened up other things based on dialogue choices. Is that like what happens with there? I'm just curious, so. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. Talk to. All right, gotcha. I had a feeling that really makes this very replayable. Then. Ugh. Nice getting up for
If
a
you're
minute.
angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me. It was I who...
I will deal with you later. I was willing to leave you be, Grace, to wait until your guilt was certain. And yet here you are, in my domain, uninvited. Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
In plain sight, I know, seriously. I just have questions for you, that's all.
This isn't a challenge, Persephone. I have questions.
Questions for me? Good. Because I have questions for you. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her
I've
eidolon?
just met her.
Persephone, this isn't...
You have every reason to try to prove your innocence, Grace. But I have no reason to help you.
Oh yeah, I mean 1000% Persephone is just a Dami mommy, and I kind of like Dami mommies. Whoopsies. I need your help, Apollo.
Now would be a good time to mediate, Apollo.
Is that why you're here, brother? Because you know me so well?
Because I know that you care. Far more deeply than you could ever admit.
How would you know that? You resigned. You abandoned everything and everyone who ever needed you.
Uppies.
You don't know the first thing about me, and you
Ooh.
never did. Just crawl back into your dark little hole, Apollo.
Jeez. But She lived in your apartment, though.
You knew Calliope.
We all knew Calliope.
She was staying at your apartment.
You knew her. Better than I or anyone else suspected.
Are you implying that I had something to do with her death?
Prove you didn't. That's how idols work, isn't it?
Oh, snap. Oh, music. Yes.
You hear that? You're in my house, little muse.
See what we got this time.
Answers? Fight for them.
Ooh.
A lost little girl. You shouldn't have come here. And I sure
Ooh, the sexy jazz.
make new friends.
With the saxophone in the back.
Go home, little girl.
I like this already.
Draw near. And you all alone, we both know how this ends.
Yeah.
Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends.
Oh, okay. How do I want to approach this? Yeah, I'll play to the audience. Why not? I mean, I'm in her domain, so I might as well just go along with the audience reactions.
Hope everyone's having a great night. I guess I'm this evening's sacrifice. But I'll see what I can do. You deserve a good show. Big hand for your usual MC. She's planned a brutal takedown just for me.
Haha, I see what we're doing here.
Hopefully I'll last a couple rounds. You deserve a good show. I won't let you down.
My, we caught a butterfly, such a delicate thing.
God, I love the sax line there. It's perfect.
Doesn't mind when we pull off her wings. Maybe you don't know who I am. Maybe you don't know who I am.
Well, let's just keep with the audience interaction.
Well, I don't know anyone, I'm new. You, what's your name? What do you do?
It's a good way to do it.
That's the thing with the front row. You're part of the show.
How keen a stand-up routine, knee deep in a grave.
I love that running bass line for this. It's
Wrapped in
really
a
cool.
shroud, a corpse in a cave. Maybe you don't know who I am. Maybe you don't know who
You
I
can't say I don't know who you
am.
are. Some sort of golden age type star. You've never really been on my radar. Before my time, a discontinued.
Damn. Uh-oh. We might be in trouble for that line.
Don't you have any idea what you're dealing with?
God, the drones in the background are phenomenal.
Surprise, surprise. Coins on your eyes. Give them to the ferryman.
Woohoo!
Get it in
Ooh!
your little head. You're spitting at the queen of the dead.
Well, then what would your friends say to this?
Then I guess you've heard it all before. Gave it my best and then you slammed the door. Raises the question, who else you'd ignore? Stay in the dark and fight your endless war.
She just won't die.
Certain you can't be surprised anymore.
Come on, kid, scram.
You know, there's someone else that I speak for.
Still don't know who I.
This is so cool. The visuals are phenomenal.
Do you hear that?
Calliope.
Oh.
She had something to say. Would you turn her away?
Please don't do this.
Oh, I'm gonna do it though.
You're
I do seem to like the green trait answers a little bit better than the others.
Change shape. In time, you'll see we all rot away into who we will be. Your youth wasn't stolen like it was from me.
Oh.
Don't touch me. I don't need help from any of you. I was alone when you know who kidnapped and crushed all my dreams till amused.
Oh, that is a
Just
unique
want
thing.
Calliope back.
Well, shit. I mean, like this is a unique option for the green trade I picked. So I kind of want to see what this does for here, especially since you have the uniqueness towards it. So, like 1,000% unique. I'm fine with that.
You overcame so much on your own. You should be praised. I'm done throwing stones. Please believe me. Do you see me bowing down to you, my queen? Underworld, I hereby concede. You wanted blood, well, there's no more to bleed. Your queen's above that. Now I get that. But can you help Persephone? Help a lost little girl.
This is such a haunting song. It is so beautiful. You can really feel like the pain based on the instrumentation and everything. Holy shit. That's beautiful.
Well, you won.
So it appears. If what you
Fuck.
told the chorus is true, why do you think Calliope came to you that night?
She thought maybe I could help her with something?
Maybe she thought I could help her. She must have been nearby when whatever happened.
I see. All right, Grace. Come with me.
This music is so phenomenal. Like, holy shit. I am blown away by this.
Calliope came to me years ago. She'd grown tired of arguing with the idols, tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt. So I gave her the apartment.
How well did you know her, though?
So you must know better than anyone what she's been up to.
Not exactly. Calliope and I haven't spoken for at least 2 years.
Uh-oh.
After I heard the news, I went to the apartment and turned it upside down. I had to know the truth.
That was you?
I didn't find anything.
Oh, that
Nothing to say
explains
what
that.
she had been
Okay.
involved with, or gotten into, or who she might have been fighting with.
I think everybody is just a little gay, but that's okay. That's okay. We stand it over here. Still think I did it?
So what now? Do you still think I'm guilty?
You're clever. You let me win our showdown.
Yes.
And that's a solid move.
These are
Calliope
modern
may
Greek
well
gods.
have chosen you.
If it wasn't Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death. Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
Okay, thank you, Zach.
One of us.
Must it be one of the idols who did it,
Does
though?
it have to be an idol? You thought I killed Calliope. Couldn't it have been some other mortal?
Despite how he might look, it's not a simple matter to kill an idol.
It was difficult enough to believe you had done it. If another mortal killed her, they somehow escaped detection. We found nothing, no evidence of a battle.
You looked?
Of course we looked. What do you think was happening while you waited? If Calliope was attacked elsewhere, even magic revealed no trace of it.
Man. I know, Greek mythology and gay. Who would have ever thought that those two would mix so well? It's almost like that's been the stories for thousands of years at this point. She have any enemies?
Did Calliope have any enemies? The way you talk about her, she must have.
I have not met Zeus. I have no clue.
What am I missing?
Calliope had a way of making people angry. She could be argumentative.
Yes, but enough to make enemies who wanted her dead?
Not that you or I know of, apparently, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist.
Shouldn't we tell Athena then?
Couldn't we go to Athena with this? If you've changed your minds and you're both part of the chorus.
Athena would be sympathetic, but the die has been cast.
She won't go back on the edict, not without clear evidence.
Oh, now you want evidence.
She acted on the information she had. If we want to sway her, we need something better.
Did you say magic, though?
Wait. Did you say magic?
Can they all technically use magic?
You can battle me through a song in a world of your own creation, and yet magic is beyond belief?
Well, sure. I just thought...
We have our powers just as you have yours.
I can grow a field of corn like nobody's business.
Some would say our
God.
powers are also magic, but true magic is a different and older power. Hecate's domain.
Oh, and you
And
can
it
think
was
about
of no
that.
use here.
We shouldn't rule it out. We haven't tried everything yet.
What about Pan?
What about Pan? He showed up at my place out of nowhere.
I just want to play
right
Hades
after I
too.
left the chorus.
He did what?
I have to wonder what his angle is.
Yeah, what the hell does Pan want
He
with
has
us?
one, that's for certain. Though I've never thought of him as a killer. It would be too... messy.
Still, we should consider the idea. For him to show up so quickly is odd.
I mean, Pan is the trickster god, so he's a very flirtatious, satyr. So it does make sense. Could Athena be the killer?
What about Athena? She seemed awfully insistent on declaring me guilty, don't you think?
Athena? No, Athena follows the rules.
Well,
Athena has one goal, and one goal only. To protect the idols. And that included Calliope. She'll eventually drive us all mad with her vigilance, but break her own rules? I don't see it.
Is Hermes the god of mischief, or are they both tricksters? Hermes is supposed to be like the messenger god. So I at least from what most Greek mythology I've gotten, so Hermes is more of like, not exactly like massive trickster. It's more Pan, that I know as being like more trickery. You're both still suspects though.
For all I know, either one of you could have done it and you're just playing along.
Apollo is capable of many things, but lying? He was never any good at it.
whereas we know how capable you are of murder.
Okay,
Jeez.
this
The
isn't...
one and only god I killed deserved it.
Right. Sorry I brought it up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
I told you I wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Did you now? That's unsurprising. When are you ever of help to anyone but yourself?
Says the woman who forced Grace to challenge her rather than answer a simple
I
question.
mean, fair
Calliope
point.
died, Apollo. Calliope, who came with us all the way from the old world.
You think I don't know that? Are you forgetting what the Muses meant to me?
This won't help Calliope.
Please, both of you. None of this will help Calliope. I know you both miss her. I know you cared about her, but she's not completely gone. A piece of her is in me. She came to me for help, and I don't want to die any more than she did.
Another song? Ooh. Okay.
Calliope, I'm listening now. Tell us what and you would do.
So this is combining both of their styles together a little bit.
Calliope, blinded by fire, what match did you strike that consumed you?
Ooh, it's a tango. Partially.
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a fate? You are blinded.
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury. Not everyone seeks to betray you.
We're overlooking something here.
This.
There is something missing we're blinded to.
Yes, there's more to seek.
Apollo, your help is not needed here. Go ahead and abandon another muse.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
You abandoned me to a terrible fate.
You replay your injuries
It's
till
far
it's
too
too
late.
late.
I love the wordplay there.
Before I snapped.
This
This
is
is
not
not
about
about
you. Enough! This helps no one.
Oh
There
no.
is God of the Sun.
Ooh. Nope. I have to side with Apollo here based on what chat told me at the beginning, so.
Aren't you a queen with all that that means? Stop looking for a fight. These old wounds, they distract and blind you. You can't see yourselves.
He doesn't know what's important.
And you do?
I mean, I have to.
Follow him or stay.
I have to follow Apollo. You guys told me to do this way. I don't have a choice. Alright, Apollo, I'm coming with you. Sorry, I'll find out your story another day. Okay. Following Apollo. Damn.
That was not my finest moment. Persephone will never let this go.
It was impressive, though.
You kind of went dark and stormy back there. It was impressive.
I honestly thought I had left that behind me.
Left what? Signs of life? The world won't wither if you raise your voice, Apollo.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I just wish old habits didn't return so easily.
God, he's so sad all the time. Oh, I want to
Family
hug
thing, huh?
him so badly.
That's why I've tried to avoid my fellow idols for so long. I don't like who I am when I'm with them.
I can relate.
I know what you mean. I'll be 14 around my parents forever.
Try living in their house for 1,000 years.
Ooh,
God.
no thanks.
Oof. Indeed.
At least coming here was useful. You have a better idea of where to start looking, right?
Not gonna be the one you come to with new information, try to solve the murder together. Gotcha. That makes sense. Still helped me though?
I thought you'd decide that getting me into the underworld was enough.
What? Bring you to Persephone and then shrug? Not my problem now?
I do appreciate it though.
What I meant to say is... thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Sorry, I'm not used to asking people for help.
It's all right. I certainly know that tune.
Is Athena really not an option?
I have to ask, is Athena really
Like,
not an option?
She
wouldn't
could
see
break
what
her
you
own
see
rule.
at all?
I respect Athena. She has dragged us into the modern age, sometimes kicking and screaming. She's why we're alive. But if I said that her need to keep us safe didn't drive her to extremes, I'd be lying. You represent a risk, Grace. To her, that is more important than any notion of compassion or justice.
How am I a risk though?
I'm not that much of a risk, am I? I won't explode.
Just
What's the
because I
worst
can
that could
easily
happen?
like show
The
things
worst
off.
is that we could be admitting either a murderer or a usurper into our ranks.
That's a good point.
How awful.
She's protecting an idea as much as a physical reality. It's true. To her, there is no difference.
Where do we look then?
I need to give it some thought. This won't be easy. If another idol is behind this, they know as well. They had a plan.
So you don't know where to look next?
Clearly
I
not.
need time to sort it out. Just be patient, Grace.
But we'll figure this out some way.
Is there anything I can do in the meantime? Someplace I can look?
Don't you want to relax? You haven't rested since this began.
Relax? Who can relax? I've been sentenced to death, Apollo.
Fair point. Even so, go home, Grace. The next time you see me, I'll have a better notion of what to do.
Fine. But I'm holding you to that.
This is a fascinating story. Like, I'm enjoying the hell out of this at this point. Damn. Oh, I like this game a lot.
Hey, Freddy. Have you been waiting up this whole time?
Yeah?
Oh,
A
agreed,
goat
Ruby.
man
Yes,
sends you off into the
100%.
night. Your life is on the line.
And I loved, like,
what, sleep? I was so worried
that
after you left.
franchise too.
Well, I also felt like crap. You were right to be mad. I said I'd support you as your friend, and I didn't. I don't know why I acted like that. I just had this image of you being swept off into some new world without me.
Didn't they make a second season of Wolf Among Us? I think I only played season 1 and never season 2. I know, what was it, Telltale? That was the name of the group that did these style games. Kind of, like, fell off eventually. Just because of the amount of like, repetitiveness a lot of their choose-your-own-adventure games, like, kind of went through. I enjoyed that, like, style and era of having those, and I kind of miss them a little bit. I remember playing all of the Walking Dead seasons. I remember doing Wolf Among Us. I tried the Batman one and hated it. It just, I couldn't get behind it. They closed and laid off. Gotcha. Trying to think of what else I played that was... Tales of the Borderlands. Again, I think I only played one season of that, and I know there was a second season eventually made. I just... I miss those. Like, in some sense, this is giving me that vibe of the Telltale games again, just without all the QTEs, which is honestly totally fine. I only did season 1 of Tales of the Borderlands, Ruby. I think there was a season 2, but I only did all of season 1. I kind of wish I continued with that, because I believe they continued it, but the my god, I remember a specific time in Tales of the Borderlands when they did the air gun fight, and it was the most amazing, like, thing. Yeah, I know what happened to Scooter, so... And yes, I did play it Until Dawn when that first came out, and I played the shit out of that game. Like, that was the one thing that I wanted to find every single branching path to, and I had a bunch of friends who were also into Until Dawn. And they were all into these horror game things, but none of them were very good at video games. So I decided that I would show them this to be like, well, there is some QTs involved with this, but I think you guys would enjoy it. And they became more obsessed with me. I did some of the Dark Anthology series that kind of followed that. I only played the second Dark Anthology, though. I watched a group of people play the first, and it was interesting with the story from there. But the whole thing being about Salem and the witch trials for number 2 fascinated the hell out of me. I never played the third one, but I wouldn't mind, like, actually going and playing the rest of the Dark Anthologies. So, the remake coming out in October. I didn't know they were remaking Until Dawn. Interesting. Person in the cinematic director chapter was lead cinematic director of that. Oh, really? Okay, that's actually really cool. Yes, I like that the Dark Anthologies were nice and short from there. Like, Until Dawn was a pretty beefy game from there. I think, like, one playthrough takes 20 plus hours or something like that. But the fact that you can choose chapters and help with your choices from there with the butterfly effect was really cool. I don't know. Playing this has made me want to revisit like those style of games again, just because it was a time that I really enjoyed those kind of heavy story driven choose your own adventure style things. Your choices have consequences, but I think that's also why Dragon Age and Mass Effect, the when BioWare did those two franchises really well, I enjoyed the hell out of them. Especially Dragon Age Origins. The amount of like stuff you could do with that game and it being more tactical like RPG was phenomenal to me. And I enjoyed Mass Effect just like everyone else up until like the ending of 3, which just the let's choose your own color to choose what the fate of the galaxy is. But it's, I don't know. I like when your decisions change the world around you. And on a development standpoint, that is super hard to do. Like, especially if you're going from game to game with this kind of choice thing, it's hard. And I'm mainly going like with the Mass Effect aspect from this. It's hard to transfer all choices from two other massive games that have done super well from here, and it's hard to make those choices not be kind of like railroad into one section. So, but Origins, I agree, Pocky. Origins blew my mind too. I enjoyed the hell out of it. So, and there's just so many different options. Dragon Age 2, I enjoyed, but it was not really. It was not as choice heavy as the first one, even though it felt like it. And I never got through Inquisition. I got very far into it, but because I was so overwhelmed with how big the world was and that I felt like I had to do everything just to get the Inquisition rank up there and everything, I just kind of stopped playing. I think the last thing I did with Inquisition was that it was when you first met Morgana again in Inquisition with like the party where you had to deal with the politics and the murder and stuff like that, which I played through that and then realized that after I just got bored with the game and dropped it, and I kind of wish I went back and finished it, just because I also know that I think whatever the new Dragon Age is called is coming out soon, so I really want to kind of go back and play through all of them, all the Dragon Age games before Dreadwolf or whatever the hell it's called comes out, and just, I don't know, I like these sprawling RPGs, but the Dragon Age games are so long, and like it's sometimes, again, the only time I play games now is when I stream them. That's kind of the major way that I work with this. When I stream them is when I actually have the chance to play them, but other than that, I'm normally just vibing doing something else. So like, this is how I experience games at this point in time. That's why I would. Point is, I'm liking how driven by choices this gets in here, even if it's just small choices on, who are you gonna follow in order to solve this, like, in order to solve this like murder mystery of the gods, and having, you know, the Greek mythology kind of implanted into it. Veilguard, thank you. That's gonna be the name of it. I don't know. It just reminds me of that time era for these games, and it makes me want to revisit them. It really does. I need to finish Inquisition before Veilguard comes out, even though I know like the end plots of Inquisition, and that, what was his name, Solus? I think Solus was actually like a freaking elven god, and he's like the main villain for the next game or something. Sorry if I spoiled that for any of you, but yeah, Solus is technically the main villain, so I'm not too. I know they did fire a lot of them, so it's probably not going to be great, but like, one can hope, even though EA literally destroys everything they put their hands on, and I'm pretty sure Dragon Age is still an EA franchise. I mean, look how bad Mass Effect Andromeda was. I couldn't even get past like one world of that because of just how that was at that point. I didn't like it. Like, it bored me right from the beginning. Yes, Solus be the Dreadwolf. I'm sorry I got very distracted. This just reminded me of this, like, massively. Oh my god, I want to play Mass Effect now again. God, I've loved that franchise so much, and even though 3... Yes, Squirrel Jimmy, exactly. This is a squirrel situation. Even though 3's ending kind of ruined the whole franchise for me, and then Andromeda was not much better, I remember how much fun I still had with the stories of all 3 of those games, and it makes me want to do them again. Oh, okay. Anyway, back to the story. I'm sorry. I had to get that off my chest as I was like thinking about this a lot, so I should apologize.
You're
not you.
apologizing. After I dumped the whole "hey, I'm a god" thing on you, I'm the one who should be
You
sorry.
don't want to try Andromeda.
No.
It's bad.
I'm gonna cry.
Wait until after we figure out how to save my sorry life.
Right, you are. Tell me what's happened since I saw you last.
Oh, a lot, Freddy. Way too much.
Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
I
Just a
wouldn't
little.
suggest saying that to her face.
And you ended up siding with Apollo? Lord of the Sun, god of prophecy? Do you trust him?
I think so.
I'm not sure. I think so. It doesn't seem like he's lying, but he's hard to read.
Famous last words.
Tell me about it.
So, what are your options? You need to go back to Apollo's place, right?
I could go back to the underworld. Make sure Persephone isn't taking my decision personally.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus."
Olympus.
Doubt
Oh
he means
god.
the mountain in Greece.
What could he want?
Huh. I wonder what he wants.
Probably to cash in his precious favor.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Freddy.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe
Makes
it?
sense for a musician.
Yeah, kinda.
So now I get to decide like where I want to go from this point for day 2, which is honestly kind of cool.